peaked.
When it comes to job creation, what is the NDC saying? They have been trumpeting the 24-hour economy. Although some people believe in it, others are ridiculing it and
I believe in it.
So they have the 24-hour economy.
So
this is a deliberate policy by John Dramani Mahama to encourage and support businesses and public organizations to operate 24/7 in 3 shifts of 8 hours each to boost production, promote productivity, and generate well-paying jobs. Now, the 24-hour economy policy aims to transform Ghana into an import substitution and export-led economy, something that we have to be doing. Export more, import less.
Dave, do you know why I believe in it? Currently, when it comes to power, the factories pay more than domestic, right? The 24-hour economy is that during the night, instead of paying the charges or the rate for industry, you pay for domestic. That is savings there. And it's a meter. Dave, there's what you call net metering. It's common sense. You just switch your meter, solar, you switch it. So that meter then it can be done. I don't know how it will be calibrated, but it's possible. The second aspect is that people are saying that there's no demand. Dave, you can create demand. Ghana, we have the Africa Continental Free Trade Day after. Casapreco does most of his business in Nigeria. Maybe people should read about Dr. Kobneji and Casapreco and how he sustained his business to date. They do most of the things in Nigeria. Angel FM, what's the man's name? Dr. Kwekuoting, he's in Benin and all that. So you can create a demand there. You can do a niche marketing research in those areas. Create a demand there. The companies...
The market potential is really
it's really there.
So talk about electricity. Read the E for me. I want you to read from for me the E, because that is from the MPP manifesto. The MPP manifesto. What does the E say?
So it said that implement a significant shift in electricity tariff structure. Structure to a regime in which commercial rates are either equal or lower than residential. Yeah,
exactly what she's saying.
Exactly. So
you get it.
So it tells you that if you are saying that, if you are producing in the day and you are paying 1 cedi, rather when you are producing in the night, we will give you at least a 70 pesos. That's a savings of 30 pesos. And to a businessman, it's savings. Again, Dave, the demand that people talk about, demand can be created. Are they not every day? Are people not setting up radio stations?
Yeah.
Don't you have enough radio stations? So what's it? So demand can be created. Casapreco is in Nigeria. They are doing well. I don't Coast Drinks. It's in Nigeria. They are doing well. So,
and even when we trace what other countries have done in terms of driving the population to use particular products,
yes,
there are a lot of precedents.
Today, you know that people buy the noodles. I don't want to mention certain brands, but the brands we know, the popular one, than even the normal spaghetti. So these are artificial things we can do. Again, Dave, another thing the 24-hour economy will do that. I think that the NDC has also not communicated. Some of their communicators have turned the thing into jokes. But you see, it's not every sector that is possible. Akuma da enemy be close you 24-hour economy.
It doesn't make sense.
It should be solely industries. And Dave, there's even an opportunity for us. If John Mahama wins or if the Ghanaian people find favor with him, we take advantage of the 1D, 1Fs, especially the new ones, not the ones that just receive the support from government, the new ones, and create something. Dave, a confit juice. I've always complained to you. There was this washing bay here. A guy used to sell it. What's the guy's name? And I bought one for my sister for school.
Sammy.
Yes. And I bought one. Ask David. I was always praising the thing. Nice.
Very natural taste.
To date, I normally buy from Amakum Shell. Then David, this is the 1 year. Kenton Chrono Total.
No,
then the one at where Odium, the Gold filling station, none of them has a confit juice. So where is the juice? It's nice, but you cannot get it. So is it that they cannot produce? Is it that they do not have the world without? And Dave, with a 24-hour economy, we can put young people there. They will do it.
If you read through their manifestos, beautiful ideas, brilliant ideas.
Another beautiful
that resonates with the people.
Another beautiful
but they will not
idea.
implement it.
Dave, another beautiful idea. The last time I told people to go and read about the Estonian thing that the MPP want to do. If Bawumia wins and do this thing, Ghana is far gone. Dave, Estonia, now what they do is that the e-residency. So you are in the US, they'll give you the opportunity to fund startups in Estonia, give you equity, give you residency, give you all the resources. When it blossoms, it is what the Indians are. Now, when you check the world businesses, about the top 100, almost 30 to 40% are led by Indians. So it's a good thing. But as we said, they will come to power. They don't know whether the forces or the dark spirit or something will tell them they know to do this.
Let's talk about the economy.
Now Dave, lastly, on the interest rate. This week there was a report by the World Bank that Ghana's interest rate is high, and people are saying it's not true. People don't take their time to read these things. The report said as at the 20th of September, Ghana had the highest interest rate. That is a fact. As at the 20th of September, Ghana's monetary policy per the Bank of Ghana was 29%. It was when the report came, then 7 days after the report, which is the 27th, so anybody can check for my Joe online, then the Bank of Ghana changed the monetary policy from 29% to 27%. Now, what that means is that the Bank of Ghana, even among itself, the commercial banks are doing 27%. So when David wants to go for that facility, David will pay about 30%. Now, Dave, let's ask ourselves. That's why I support the Estonia thing, where we give tax holidays to young international beyond so the idea be but no. Let's have regional incubation centers. We incubate the ideas, those with viability. Let's give them some 10 years holidays. Let's bring investors to them to support them and create the business. Because the traditional banks, David, you cannot afford
and
it.
The idea is that when you help them in this way, when you support them, they would then be able to employ more people,
Yes.
train more people,
Yes.
and then we reduce the unemployment levels or percentages we have in the country.
Let's bring 20 years.
20
the guys, they are struggling. Yes, because the business name fire. Dave, you see, realistically, business name fire. A bank,
Yeah.
you know.
So why is it that?
And if the business is struggling, whether you like it or not,
You have to pay.
You have to pay the loan and pay with interest.
And Dave, you could say, I always.
Yeah, that's the day.
Yeah, Justice Bedu said when he started this consultancy, he was there. Now, first man to your business, so then the tax
Yes,
people
yes,
came. They nearly closed the place out.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
I wanted to understand this. Anytime we hear these politicians tell us the private sector is
the engine.
that can drive the economy,
That's true.
Engine of growth, yeah.
the engine of growth, is true. But then people want to go into business and, like you said, on tomb idea back and what say, "Mame tax."
But
Why do we do that?
That's what the law says. That's why we're saying that then we need to take
But you can also blame
That's what
the
it-
tax
yeah,
regime.
that's what it
So
is.
I'm not saying what they are doing is wrong. The regime, the laws allows them to do what they are doing. So we must deliberately say that, okay, let's give them 5 years. That sanitary pattern that they talked about. Still they are paying the taxes on them. This week there was an article on the Ekufuado. He said that the electric vehicle, they are giving them 7 years. So I don't know whether when you say it, when it comes to implementation, it becomes
Exactly what I've been saying.
some way.
And that's according to the MPP. Also, recruit more special needs teachers. Okay, let me skip that one. Set quotas for recruitment of persons with disabilities for public sector recruitment. Create other jobs through tourism. Create arts and sports jobs abroad programs. Youth in seafaring program, aviation and logistics. I like the bit about the tourism. We have the potential, but we have not, as a country, been able to tap well into the tourism market or business to really make good money from it.
So when you go to Abono, for example, is a community, some small boys. I don't know whether you've been there recently. They are trying to tell the story. So the Ghana Tourism Agency can have more people train them. When I went to the renovated Kwame Nkrumah Museum, and they are here, we don't say museum. Dave, I enjoyed it. I mean, the ambience, the guys who took us around. In fact, there was a place where there's just audio visuals. So the videos and audios of Kwame Nkrumah, and it's just a section for that. I mean, it's beautiful. And I if I'm not mistaken, Dave, it will be one of the most profitable agencies we have in our country today. It's really making lots of money because while we were there, buses and all that. In fact, the people we took there were mostly people from various places. And when you even went to where...
For the diaspora.
Yeah, from the diaspora. They were mostly from the US, Singapore and all that. I think only just about 3 of us were Ghanaians, the media team. And they bought books because there was a girl she was a trainer, I've forgotten the name, she was from the US. I've forgotten the states. And the interest in the states had a certain something about Kwame Nkrumah. So she has read about Kwame, but she hadn't been that close to a coffin, the head, his chair and things. And she bought books there, $100. I saw it with my eyes, Gani. Then she bought the things. It means that when she goes back, other people, she has this. Me too, next time I'm coming to Ghana. So there's a long chain of events. So we just need to make it nice. Some of the sites, David, before you get there, you swear never to return.
Because of the roads?
Yeah, the roads and all that. So we need to really do. But last week too, I saw a picture that our former colleague put, Justice Bedu. Busia Beach Resort. Yeah. The disc golf road. I hear they have started constructing it. We need to do that because David, to create. Sometimes it may not even be the government. But when, for example, we do something at Abono, for example, private men will go and build hotels there. When you build a hotel, you pick cleaners, you pick gardeners, you pick chefs, you pick waiters and waitresses and all that. So a lot of opportunities will be created.
I agree.
So I agree with you.
In terms of the tourism, and one of the